finally settled into silence. The last truck has departed. The building rests in its overnight rhythm. Nothing is about to change. You don't need to focus on what comes next. The words can stay in the background, like the low hum of machinery far above the floor. The warehouse stretches wide and dim. Tall shelves stand in long rows. Labels face outward. Nothing has been touched for hours. Overhead lights glow steadily. They do not flicker. They do not shift. The space feels measured and calm. At the center, a freight elevator waits with its doors open. The platform is wide and solid. Painted lines mark its edges. You step onto it. The surface feels firm. Your weight settles without sound. There is nothing to adjust. The doors slide closed, not fast, not slow. A muted tone follows, then stillness returns. The elevator begins to move downward, even. The motion is smooth, predictable, contained. Outside the metal walls, nothing is visible. Only the sense of depth changing, levels passing quietly. The warehouse remains above, unaware. The hum of the lift stays constant, low, uninterrupted. It never asks for attention. It never varies. Time loosens as the descent continues. No numbers appear. No indicators light up. The movement defines the moment, not the distance. The platform remains steady beneath you. No sway, no vibration. It holds without effort. Somewhere above, conveyors rest. Belts stand still. Motors wait in silence. Nothing is scheduled to begin. The elevator continues its path. One level, then another. Always the same pace. Always the same sound. Inside the car, the air feels cool and even. Metal surfaces reflect soft light. Nothing shifts. The space feels sealed and calm. The descent continues. No announcements, no signals. Only the steady motion downward. Outside the walls, the warehouse grows more distant. Storage levels pass unnoticed. Their presence is implied, not seen. The hum remains unchanged, reliable, measured. It blends into the quiet, becoming part of it. The platform feels familiar now, as if it has always been moving, as if stillness belongs to it as well. Nothing requires attention. Time passes without markers. Moments fold into one another. The descent feels unhurried. The night feels long but stable. Far above, loading bays remain empty. Dock lights stay on. No doors open. everything holds its place. The elevator approaches the lower level, not abruptly, not announced. The motion remains smooth. The floor beneath aligns gently. Movement slows, then continues for a moment more. No jolt follows. The platform comes to rest, quietly, evenly. The hum softens, then holds. The doors remain closed. There is no urgency to open them. No signal requests it. The pause feels complete on its own. Outside, the lower level remains dark. Storage rooms wait. Concrete stretches outward. Nothing moves. The elevator stays where it is. The warehouse stays quiet. The lights remain steady. Nothing shifts between moments. The night holds the building in place. Shelves remain aligned. Paths remain clear. Everything feels accounted for. The elevator does not announce an ending. It does not need to. The routine remains intact, ready to continue whenever it does. The platform rests. The warehouse rests. The night remains open, and everything stays exactly as it is, quiet and contained through the remaining hours. The elevator remains still at the lower level. Nothing prompts the doors to open. No signal sounds. The pause holds its shape. Inside the car, the air stays cool. Metal walls keep their quiet reflections. Light rests evenly across the floor. Nothing shifts. Beyond the doors, the lower level stretches outward. Concrete lanes, numbered bays, long shadows that do not move. The space waits without expectation. The hum settles into a softer presence. Not gone, just distant enough to blend in. It belongs to the building now. Time continues without markers. No clocks are visible. The moment feels complete on its own. Somewhere above, the warehouse remains suspended. Shelves keep their lines. Aisles stay clear. Nothing resumes. The elevator does not announce readiness. It does not prepare. It simply remains available, steady, neutral. The platform supports your weight evenly. No vibration follows. The floor feels certain and grounded. Outside, a safety light glows at the far end of the level. It casts a narrow pool on the concrete. The rest stays dark. Nothing approaches it. The building feels settled from top to bottom. Levels aligned. Systems quiet. Routes unchanged. No carts roll. No motors start. The lower level stays empty. Silence holds its space. The elevator waits without counting, without urgency, without direction. The pause continues to feel intentional. Air circulates faintly, barely enough to notice, enough to remain comfortable, nothing more. Time loosens again. Moments sit beside one another. They do not separate. The night remains steady. The warehouse does not respond. It does not react. It simply stays as it is, contained, orderly, still. The elevator holds its position. The doors stay closed. The lights remain constant. Nothing signals a change. Outside, concrete stretches into shadow. Markings fade with distance. Edges soften. The space feels complete. The pause does not resolve. It does not need to. The routine remains intact, ready but uncalled. The elevator stays. The warehouse stays. The night continues quietly. Everything remains aligned, resting within the same moment, without needing to move on. No indicator lights change. No sound suggests a transition. The stillness remains intact. Inside the car, reflections stay faint. Edges soften against the metal walls. Light does not shift. Nothing draws focus. Beyond the doors, the lower level remains empty. Marked lanes extend outward. Numbers remain fixed in place. Distance feels orderly and quiet. The hum beneath the floor stays low. Not active, not silent. It settles into the background, then fades from notice. Time continues without reference. There is no sense of waiting, only presence within the pause. Above, the warehouse keeps its structure. Rows remain aligned. Paths remain open. Nothing resumes its task. The elevator does not signal readiness. It does not prepare to move. It simply remains available, balanced, neutral. The platform feels steady beneath you. No sway follows. The surface holds without effort. A single light glows along the wall outside. Its beam stays narrow. The surrounding space remains dim. Nothing passes through it. The building feels complete as it is. Every level accounted for. Every system at rest. No adjustment is needed. No footsteps appear. No carts roll. The lower level stays unchanged. Silence fills the gaps evenly. The pause continues without length or shape. Moments sit alongside one another. They do not separate. The night feels stable. The elevator remains closed. The doors do not move. The lights do not dim. Nothing asks to continue. Outside, concrete fades into shadow. Markings blur with distance. Edges lose definition. The space stays contained. The stillness does not resolve. It does not point forward. It remains sufficient on its own. The elevator holds. The warehouse holds. The night continues quietly. Everything stays aligned, settled within the same calm state, without needing to shift. The elevator remains closed a moment longer. No signal follows. No sound marks a change. The pause keeps its shape. Beyond the doors, the lower level stays dark. Concrete Straight lanes extend without movement. Numbered bays remain exactly where they are. Nothing approaches them. Inside the car, the light stays even. Metal surfaces reflect without distortion. The air remains still. Everything feels contained. The building holds itself quietly. From the highest shelves to the lowest floor, nothing shifts. The warehouse feels complete in its rest. The elevator does not announce departure. It does not prepare to rise. It simply remains part of the structure, available but uncalled. Time no longer feels directional. Moments do not lead anywhere. They rest side by side. The night feels settled into place. Outside, the lower level keeps its silence. Safety lights glow without purpose. Shadows remain fixed. No routine resumes. The hum beneath the floor softens further, not ending, just receding. It blends into the stillness. The elevator stays where it is. The warehouse stays aligned. The lights remain steady. Nothing requires attention. There is no clear ending to this pause. No reason for one. The space continues to exist exactly as it is, balanced and quiet through the remaining hours.